We finally got to see another new locale in Wilds, the Oil Well Basin. That's crazy. Wasn't there another time in Monster Hunter where oil was heavily involved? Okay, seriously though, the return of Gogmazios would be absolutely insane for a final boss monster, or even Dalamadur. There are so many good choices for returning monsters. This was such a good week for us Monster Hunter fans. And even though we had some false information coming out about the potential return of Gammoth, as well as the supposed larger-than-world roster size of Wilds, I still think Capcom has their cards really close to their chest and has kept quite a few surprises for us to find out in the full game. Needless to say, your boy is hyped and can't wait for some more Monster Hunter. There's going to be 119 available hours of open beta playtime, at least for PS5 players, and 71 hours for everyone else. Is there anyone else questioning the need of sleep right about now? While there is so much potential for returning monsters, credit has to be given to Capcom because they have been cooking with these new monster designs in Wilds, and we got shown 3 more of them in this latest trailer. The ChatGPT prompt of, what if Waluigi was a monster in Monster Hunter? Waluigi #1. An ape that just absorbs lava, in which I'm not going to make a joke about because he's going to clap me up plenty of times. And then, there's this. Capcom, this is not Lagiacrus. This is just the Gooper Blooper from Super Mario Sunshine with a flamethrower. Alright, that's actually pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie. This pin attack from this licked up blooper is visceral, and the helpless stabbing from the hunter here definitely evokes actual fear. I do feel like the reveal for the Black Flame was chock full of foreshadowing about this locale, maybe even some ties to the yet-to-be-revealed final boss monster. Totally irrelevant side note, but the villagers of Azuz look like the alternate universe Moga villagers from 3 Ultimate. Mandatory shoutout to the guild sweetheart. This village shown here is solid confirmation that each locale is going to have its own base camp or tiny village, in which you'll have access to the usual features that you can expect of a base or town in Monster Hunter, which includes access to your room, item and equipment boxes, the smithy, quest board, your handler, and other NPCs, and so on. I'm really interested to see how the idea of seamless maps is going to feel. We know that you can go between the Windward Plains and the Scarlet Forest freely and indeed without a loading screen, so I'm keen to see how the transition area will look and feel within the Oil Well Basin. Not just the seamless transitions, but the overall idea of free hunts, which was seen in the Guiding Lands and Iceborne, and even normal expedition hunting, which has been a thing in the series in various forms. The whole go-with-the-flow style approach to Monster Hunter works really well in my opinion, especially if you're online. You can casually farm monster materials you may need, zenny, or other resources and just have a good time hunting monster after monster. With that being said, we have plenty to look forward to since the open beta is coming this week. I hope Capcom has a way to track certain stats for this beta, because I want to see how many times monsters other than Doshiguma actually get hunted. For those of you unable to play this time around, I wouldn't feel too bad. You'll most likely have your chance to experience Wilds before February. It's fair to expect another beta test before the end of this year, as well as a proper demo before February 28th. That's at least how the launch ramp looked for Monster Hunter World, and I would assume it's safe to say that Wilds is following a similar track. But this is it. This is the start of a new era of Monster Hunter. World and Rise felt complementary to each other because they were such different experiences. It was easy to jump back and forth between those 2 games. Wilds is truly the start of something new, the 6th generation of Monster Hunter. So whether you're going to spend the first 10 hours of the beta getting every detail of your hunter right in character creation, or you're just going to jump straight into the Doshiguma quest and book it right to Raidao, here's 2 things to keep in mind while playing the beta. The story trial and Doshiguma quests are going to be separate instances with their own different map states to explore. You can hunt other monsters, practice with all the different weapons, mess around with weapon swapping, get a feel for the movement and combat. And assuming this is similar to the playable builds that we've seen so far this year, you should be able to hunt Chatacabra, Balahara, Doshiguma, and Raidao. There's more than enough time in the beta to hunt each monster multiple times using multiple weapons. And on a similar note, test out those options and settings. This is especially important for PC players since this is the first time the general public will be able to play Wilds on PC. We can finally put the scary system requirements to the test. May your GPUs and CPUs stay strong. Testing out settings isn't just important for PC users, as Monster Hunter has a lot of customizable controls and radial menu settings that you can cater to your liking. I doubt we can carry over these settings into the full game, but it doesn't hurt to already know what your preferences are for controls, settings, and your radial menu. And more importantly, the voice of your palico. So what are my plans for this week? I want to make it known here that I'm planning on creating at least 2 long-form videos shortly after the beta is finished. An overview of the Hammer's move list and how I feel about it, as well as an overall impressions video of my time with Monster Hunter Wilds. And I'll also actually start being active on my Twitter, sharing how much Ray Dow is going to bully me. The Weapon Meet Monster Hunter Wilds series that I've started is definitely going to get expanded on, and I'm pumped to finally be able to use my own footage of Wilds. I'll be trying out every weapon, including my least played weapons across the series, Gunlance and the Bowguns. I unfortunately don't have a capture card for my PS5, so I'll just be enjoying the first 2 days of that sweet Sony exclusivity while gathering my thoughts for videos. Then, actually being able to obtain footage from the PC test later on in the week. There is going to be a lot of Monster Hunter content, not just on this channel, but on YouTube as a whole after this beta, so I'm really looking forward to it as both a viewer and creator. And on that note, thank you for joining us on this journey to Wilds. We reached over 500 subscribers in just about a month, which it's hard to put into words how grateful I am. Especially because I'm just really having a good time with this. We got more meme-riddled content on the way, and your seat on this caravan is ready for you, so be sure to subscribe to hop in. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day.